Have the property tax assessors valued your home higher than what you think it should be? I'm Lauren, and this is Raul with the Shader Group, and today we are going to talk to you about how to protest your taxes. So this month, homeowners should be receiving a property tax statement in the mail. And a lot of times it can be a little shocking if the statement, your property value is assessed higher than the previous years. So what options do homeowners have?
Yeah, first and foremost, we have the option to protest, right? We're granted that by the county that if your assessment's a little higher than you think it should, you should have a right to protest, right? So like last year, some of our clients saw 15 to 20% bumps in their tax assessment, mainly because the market was so crazy and a lot of values are going up, but they still had the opportunity to assess it. And if you think about it, $100,000 jump in the city of San Antonio is about $2,700 more a year. So you divide that out, you're looking at about $220 more a month, which could really move the needle for somebody.
For sure. So what can we do to help those who want to protest?
Yeah, so part of our services here at the Shader Group is to create value. And the way we do that is during this next 45 days or so. So from April 1st-ish, or when you receive your assessment, to May 15th, which is our deadline, you're able to protest with the form, and you submit it to the county and just say, hey, I want to protest. This is my findings. This is my evidence. Typically with the evidence, we do CMAs, right? Mm-hmm. Comparable market analysis, and kind of get an idea of what's going on. Yes, the market was crazy last year, but it slowed down towards the third and fourth quarter of 22. So we want to be able to say, hey, yeah, you might be going off of the old values, but right now houses have trended down a little bit. And if they're trying to bump up excessive, then we're able to kind of bring it back a little bit. Part of that also goes into play of, are there any kind of major defects to the house? Are there any kind of, are you comparing my house in retrospect to a remodel or something that happened down the street? Because thanks to our good friends online, our Zillows and all those other guys, they put our values when we sell the house for public knowledge. And unfortunately, sometimes the county looks at that and says, okay, well, on this street, we're going to go in and do $150 a square foot just all the way across the board because this one house sold for that. And in Texas, we're a do not disclose state, which means that we don't have to tell anybody how much we sell the house for. So realistically, they're giving out, I guess, values that could help us if we want to sell, but it could also hurt us if we're trying to stay in place.
So over the last couple years, how much would you say property values have increased?
Yeah, so the normal roll value is anywhere between 4 to 6%. Last year we saw anywhere between 12 to 20% on certain neighborhoods, and some people might say it was just a bump up to get us where we're supposed to be. But like I said, if you're in the city and you go up $100,000 in your taxable value, that's $2,700 a month or a year extra, which comes up to about $220 a month. So it matters, and especially if you're trying to keep that budget in play. But like, for example, like I have a pool, right? And they gave me 50% of my valuation when an appraiser wouldn't even give me 20% of that evaluation. So I had to protest that and say, what's going on here? This doesn't make sense. They were able to mediate and come down a little bit. It didn't come down to where I wanted it to, but it still came down to the point where I saved some money. And that's what this whole time period is about, is trying to get your numbers back in line with where they should be. It doesn't hurt to protest every year because that's what we want to do. We want to make sure our taxes are low because we do pay a lot for our property taxes.
And where would someone go to get that form?
Yeah, so we have that form at the Shader Group. You could come and visit our website and just look at property taxes. If not, you can go down to the tax assessor, and they have one that you can do with that as well. And basically, you just fill out the form. They're going to mail you the form anyways. Okay. So you get the form, and then
But in case you threw it away.
Yeah, so you turn it over, and then that's where the form's at. Or you could download one, fill it out. But they'll tell you how much their proposed increase will be, and then you kind of say, okay, well, I don't agree with that, and I think everyone should say I don't agree with that. But then you've got to provide some sort of information. Sometimes people bought a house for say $300,000 2 months ago, and then they say, well, now your taxes are going to be $450,000. No, I paid $300,000 for it. This is where my taxes should be. So sometimes the HUDs work, but at the end of the day, we're here to provide that value. And if you have any questions with that, just shoot us an email, shoot us a text, or call us, and we'll be able to run some evaluations for you and say, hey, you know what? You're actually in pretty much aligned with where you should be. Maybe we don't have to protest, or you're way overpriced and they're coming in too high, and you need to definitely adjust that.
Awesome. And remind us of the deadline. I know you said it earlier.
May 15th is the deadline.
May 15th,
yeah,
yes.
May 15th, and they'll do an online protest. You could go in person and do a protest, or they'll just send you an email saying we've reviewed it and we said this is where we're at. Do you accept it? Sometimes it's just a reduction, but it might just be enough not to go through the headache.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We know the market. We would love to help. Please subscribe to our channel. We can put the link below in case you need to find that form, and we'll see you next time.
Absolutely. Thank you, friends. We had a blast. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. If not, have a blessed day, and we'll talk to you soon.